All right, let's get this party started here, shall we? Let's let's move this over here. Let's put that there. Let's put this here. Let's get the share the screen. I think we're good to go, everybody. Except one thing is missing, the video. And thank you, Deanna, for helping me out today. I appreciate it. I don't know if you're on here or not, but if you are, thank you.
Yep, of course. Send me a message if there's any issues, okay?
I will. Just make sure the Zoom has it like every day last year, and we'll be good. Thank you so much for helping me with
Yep.
that.
Good morning.
Good morning to you too, and don't forget to say good morning to our featured trader Gizmo too while you're at it.
Absolutely.
All right. All right. Good morning, everybody. Sorry, I didn't have the right link this morning. I apologize. We had a little bit of a delay. Shouldn't interfere too much. Good morning, Omar, David, CJ, Richard, Stacy, Terrence. Ooh, the sassy trainers here. Ivano, Timothy, Edgar, John, Jean, Mazin, Colleen, Glenn, Devin, Robert, Dave, Art, Devin, Armulfo, Dennis, Rosalind. We got Mont here. Hey, Mont, good morning to you all. It's cold here today. It's like we got 34 degrees or something like here. Steven, Jody, Ray, Moondog is in the house. David, what is all this crap here? All right. Wade, Naples fan. David, John, Thomas, Pops. I love that. Dr. Serena, good morning to you. Tom, Kim, Finester, good morning. Ali, good morning, Ali. Good to see you. Harry, Bancroft, Phil, Jesse, Raj, Dave, HG, good morning, HG. How's the weather in the Middle East? Does it ever get really cold there? Michael, George, Rich, good morning, Rich. Darren, Chris, Ralph, good morning, Ralph. Nestor, Randy, Debbie, Joy, Rachel, Penny, good morning, Penny. Good to see you here. Thank you for that nice message last couple of days. And I hope you like that bull picture I sent you, or the bear picture, whichever it was. Anthony, JC, Graham from Australia. Oh my goodness, after midnight. Wow. My wife got back last night at like 2 o'clock in the morning. So I've been reunited. Sharon, Pat, Rick, Jeff, Scott. Not cold. I didn't think so. Ricky, good morning. Yeah, very cold in Orlando. Here too. It's freezing. It's like 30 something degrees here. Mahir, good morning. Look at that. 3 minutes. So let me give you guys some links. First of all, did you guys enjoy my class yesterday that I gave you at noon? That bonus session that I gave you at noon. Let me know if you did. I'm curious. I hope you did, because today I'm going to have another bonus session today that we're going to tape. So let me know if you guys enjoyed the bonus session in the VIP room. I just posted the VIP link for you. Also, I will be talking about VWAPs today at 1 o'clock. And I'll be giving you my top stocks for Inauguration Day. That's all happening today at 1 p.m. Here is the link for that, okay? Here, that's happening at 1 p.m. Let me just post this. That's at my 1 p.m. link is right here. Don't miss out. We'll be talking about Charlie Clyde said it was fantastic. Best afternoon class. Well, I got so inspired by all the I got about 80 emails yesterday saying thank you for that class. So today I'm going to give you part wa. And we're going to talk about today, just to give you an idea of what we're going to be talking about today. I'm going to be talking about price action leading to entry. Yesterday, I talked about expectancy versus confirmation entry. Today, I'm going to talk about price action leading to the entry. How do you know if the price action leading to the entry is good? A lot of you folks don't look at that at all. So I'm going to talk about that today. These are lessons that are worth their money in gold. And I'm not just saying that because they're mine. I'm telling you that because I only wish somebody taught me this stuff. 20, 30 years ago. It would have made my life much, much easier. It would have saved me a lot of money. So Rich says very, very useful. Yeah, Rich actually sent me an email yesterday saying I wish I that he believes it'll go over a lot of beginners' heads, and he wished that it didn't because the information was really, really valuable. On that note, let me get you customer service live. Cam and Gustavo show. They're always doing some cool stuff over there. They're always demonstrating some beautiful stuff for us. Well, if you liked yesterday's class, guess what? I'm gonna have part 2 today. And it's going to be, again, edited out and put into the members area. When my wife is not around, I get a lot of extra time because there's nothing for me to do except watch TV, and I get bored doing that all day. So I decide to give you guys lessons. So it's good when she goes out of town for most of you guys. JC Realty says, Jay and Cindy, is there a way to see a recording? Yeah, it's going to be put in all the members area. You can also go to the live tab on the YouTube channel where you're at right now and look at, it's on the live tab, yesterday's VIP, the 12 o'clock session yesterday. Let me show you. Let me just show you. So here's a browser, right? You go to YouTube. Look, let me show you how to do it. Really easy. You go to YouTube. You type in Roger Scott right here. You go right there. You go to live. You see this tab right here, the live tab? And this is the session yesterday right here. Streamed 19 hours ago. This is right now. So this is yesterday's morning session. This is yesterday afternoon session. This is Friday's or last week's afternoon session. They're all in order. All you have to do is go to the live tab. Here's the live tab. I'll give it to you guys. But that's all you've got to do is go to the live tab. Carlos, you're going to have to be making a lot more notes on your, I'll send you an email taking the lines as an implemented grid with entry examples. Hope it'll help folks who are starting. I think that's a great idea, Carlos. Also, you may want to wait till after today's session because today will kind of complete that session. Today will be I wanted to give you the good stuff first so you wouldn't get bored, but then I'm going to now talk about the prequel to that session. I see Matt here on the screen. I feel like he's here watching me. Look at that face. Look at that face. He's intently watching me. All right, all right. Let's talk about today. You're welcome, and I'm going to do a great session for you guys today. Make sure you check out my 1 o'clock session. This is trades based on the inauguration VWAP, based on election, okay? Really, really good stuff. Here's the link for that. It's happening at 1 p.m. today after the VIP room. And yes, we've been breaking records. We had almost 600 people in the VIP room yesterday. If you guys remember a year ago, we used to get about 200 to 300 people. Now we get about 600. All right, let's talk about the market. All right, we got a lot to talk about here. A lot to talk about here. So first of all, as you can see here, the market isn't really producing all that much. We got a little bit of an upside in the Dow, but you all know that 80 points on the Dow is nothing. I mean, that's like 30 points on the NASDAQ. And as you can see here, the NASDAQ is actually negative right now. Now, you guys remember what I warned you about yesterday? I warned you yesterday, don't put too much weight into this bar because there's a really good chance that the SPY could be making a trend line here. And I drew this for you several weeks ago. No, I didn't. I drew this for you about a week ago. Rich says, I think everyone should print that sheet out and paste it right next to your monitor and look at it before you take an entry. Yeah. Folks, I'm not trying to sell you anything. What I explained to you yesterday was a major, it was an error on my part. I just assume certain things people know because I've been doing this for so long. And a lot of this is subconscious for me. It's just ingrained into my psyche. But yesterday, what I explained was really, 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 really important because it's like a missing piece. And a lot of people had like, oh, wow, now I know. Basically, what I did was I answered the question of, should you be waiting for a pullback and a test of this level, or should you be waiting for, or you should be just trading the breakout? I answered that question in relationship to what the spider's doing, and I gave folks four different scenarios. So it's like if the spy's doing this, you can wait. If the spy's doing this, you shouldn't wait. If the spy's doing this and the stock is doing this. So I gave folks 4 different scenarios for the upside, and you can also create that it's opposite for the downside. So it's 8 different scenarios of and the answer, the question that we answer is, should you be waiting for a pullback or should you be buying right now? Okay? Very, very important. All right, now, you remember I drew this for you. Now, a lot of what I'm going to say right now sounds like Monday back quarterbacking, but the only wrinkle to this is I actually did say all of this. So the last few days, I drew this line for you and I explained, and I told you yesterday, and I guess I'm not trying to pat myself on the back. I'm simply going through what I said yesterday, even though it happened exactly as I said it. You see this level here? Remember I drew this? Look at the high on this level here. Here. Look at the bar, look at the price action, and look at where the wick touched yesterday. Do you see that? Exactly. Trading without yesterday's info could potentially be like trading with one leg. But there's a lot more to it. There's a lot more to it, Eagle Beagle, and I got to talk about that. I want to start 2025 hot for you guys. So you see this trend line right here? You see this trend line right here? Well, think about it. Look at where we touched it yesterday. We didn't break out, did we? The SPY did not break out yesterday. And I warned you, and I said to you guys yesterday, be very, very cautious. We don't have a lot of upside momentum. And if you looked intraday at the SPY on a 5-minute chart, the market opened right here, gapped down, made a high by 11:30, and what did it do the rest of the day? It went down the rest of the day. So this little bar right here, see this price action? Oops. See this price action right here on a 5-minute? That's this right here. That's this right there. Do you see why I look at the 5-minute and the daily all the time? And sometimes 4 hours. But that's what I was trying to explain to you. And my point was, if we don't break this level, the market is not going to go higher. I didn't draw this after the fact. I drew this before the high was made yesterday. And I told you, be really, really careful. And I told you not to go long yesterday aggressively. Remember all that? All right. Look at RSP now. Can't break the 100-day moving average. Major resistance. Look at MAGs right now. Broke through, but we have this resistance level right here, which is exactly where the SPY was. This is where the SPY was yesterday, and it came right up to this area, and it broke right down. Okay, so again, I'm not highly enthusiastic about this price action to the upside right now. And what I told you yesterday should have saved you some money, because I told you that even though the market looked really bullish, both on Friday or Thursday, well, I don't remember if we had a session on Friday, and yesterday, the market didn't look all that great second part of the day. And the reason for that is you have a lot of resistance levels in all of the major indices. All right. Yeah, give a thumbs up. I'm going to give myself a thumbs up. How about that? All right. So let's break everything down first. I want to break this down first, and then I'll go through the commodities. Okay. I'm changing the direction today. So U.S. job openings is what we were getting ready for while waiting Federal Reserve's officials. Here's the JOLTS job openings. It's happening at 10. ISM is happening at 10. And international trades, goods and services is happening at 8:30. This is not a big report. Barkin already spoke at 10 a.m. No trading action until 10 a.m. Yes, exactly, Rich. Exactly. That's exactly right. What Rich just said on the SPY. So we have 2 reports. These are fairly important reports. The service index is very important right now because the Dow and basic materials, industrial stocks, they've been in the toilet. So we really do need to hear this report. And then we have the job openings report, which is going to reflect on the employment report on Friday and ADP as well. What Fed is saying right now means very, very little. They're speaking out of their butt. Look at that, 450 people in 15 minutes. Yeah, it's going to increase, especially as we head into Uh, January, February is pretty. People are very keen on trading, so we'll get a lot of people beginning of the year. All right, let's continue this. Benchmark and the S&P Nasdaq notched a 1 week high. It's only on 1 week high, folks. 1 week highs are usually fading times. 1 week highs doesn't mean anything. Chip stocks rallied after Nvidia assembled partnership, record quarterly revenue driven by strong demand, AI again. Micron surged 10%, Nvidia surged well. Chip stocks were up. I'll talk about chip stocks in a second. MicroStrategy climbed again. I gave you the day before. I gave you yesterday a MSTY, which is a leveraged asset, which is much cheaper than MSTR, which you could trade instead of MSTR. Okay, all right. Just FYI. Hey, Bob. Good morning to you. Are they still going to do this stuff on Thursday? I don't know what's happening on Thursday, but they're going to be doing whatever they're going to be doing. Nothing's going to change with what the Fed is doing. The market and the Fed are independent, or supposed to be. Palantir, this is one of our darling stocks. Now, remember, the stock didn't downgrade itself. Morgan Stanley downgraded the stock. This is just a dude saying he doesn't like a stock that happens to work for Morgan Stanley. Typically, these negative reactions, unless there's something really there, they last about 3 days. 2 to 4 days on average, and then the stock reverts back to where it was. Now, again, if other brokerage firms start downgrading it and there's a serious reason, that could be it. But so far, this doesn't really mean anything. I mean, this happens all the time. Global service PMI was revised downwards. Factory orders fell. Not good. What does Lisa Cook have to say? Policymakers can proceed more cautiously with further interest rate cuts. Well, why didn't you proceed cautiously with the 2 interest rate cuts you already had, dear? What was wrong there? Was there information, Lisa, that you got then that you didn't have now? I didn't have any different info. You screwing us, Lisa. Over time, I will likely be appropriate to move the policy rate towards a more, yeah, that's what the kids' parents are telling the bike. In the future, we'll get you a bike back. Just give us this one so we can pawn it and have money for dinner this month. Yeah, I'm not buying that one. We're now pricing in a 90% chance of a no rate hike. I'd like to see a 10% chance of a rate hike, of no rate change. I'd like to see a 10% change of a rate hike, but too political. Investors are still struggling with the possibility of escalating trade tensions. Canada just gave up on it completely after Donald Trump denied a report suggesting he might ease plans for comprehensive tariffs upon his return to the White House. Again, I don't want to hear arguments about what's going to happen or not. I don't want to hear your political speak. This is what the market prices in. This is what the market's been pricing in for the last month. If you think you're smarter, okay, great, but I'm not. And I'm just going by what the market is pricing in, okay? As I've been telling you since November 6th, and you guys were arguing with me and telling me I'm getting political with all of you. Less connotations on news events. Anthony, please let me do my job. We got Mr. Steven Spielberg here. We got a director here. Less connotations on news events. What is it with you? I love it. I love how people here are directing me and telling me what to do. Anthony, when you have your show, you could spend less connotations on news events, okay? How about that? All right. Today we have ISM Service Index to deal with, and we have the U.S. trade balance to deal with. It's all coming in today. Yep. Remember, Heather, remember the stock that I told you yesterday that I really liked in the morning? Do you remember, Heather, the 3 stocks? Meta, Google, and what was my favorite one? Does anybody remember? Google, Metal, AVGO, and what was my favorite one yesterday? Nvidia. Right here. Top of my list. Yeah, of course they can. I love when people instruct me and tell me what I should be doing and what I shouldn't be doing. Europe is up 0.14, erasing earlier losses. Investors digested inflation. We're not really getting much tailwind from Asia. Yeah, it was Nvidia. No, it was Nvidia. It was Nvidia. Rewind the tape. China index close higher, breaking a 4-day losing streak. Look at China, how it looks on the chart. Remember I told you, do you remember when we were up here and up here, I said soon we're going to be at the 100-day moving average? Well, we're below the 100-day moving average now. Here's where China is. So much for their, for their rebuilding. Yeah, not doing so well. Japan closed sharply higher, snapping a 2-day session. We're getting a little tailwind from them. Semiconductors, other electronic stocks rallied on Tuesday, giving us, following NVIDIA unveiling of a new product, reigniting optimism about AI. Very, very, very important. Very, 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 very important. Very, very important. Tesla got downgraded by Bank of America. As you know, this doesn't really mean all that much, but it's not good for auto stocks. NVIDIA got upgraded, not upgraded, but they're doing well. They got that conference. Things are doing well. I'll be talking about the SMH sector in just a few seconds. Snowflake got a little bit of a lift. I like these tech networking stocks. Carvana got a boost. We've been bearish on this stock. Again, this may be a good time to start looking for a selling opportunity on Carvana. I'm not really that bullish on it. Hey, Cam, weren't you telling me some stuff about Carvana? It was Carvana, right? Yeah, it was Carvana, just about some accounting shenanigans. Potential accounting shenanigans. By the way, let me give you my link. Noon class. Yeah, news is very, very important. We have to get a full picture of everything. I'll be talking about my VWAP stocks today at 1 p.m. All new class. All new class. I'll be giving you election stocks. All new class. All new topic for all you Quick Strike members. Inauguration day, targeting ahead. And don't forget, customer service live. Penny told me about Carvana. Yeah, and Cam sent me an email about it, actually, just a few days ago. Customer service live link right there. Yeah, and the question now is it going to impact, are we in another AI boom? So let's now break down everything. Let's put it together. We know we have JOLTS and ISM manufacturing. Folks, the bond market. Look at the bond market. Carla says, just curious, what benefit is it to us if there is a large crowd? Why is it focused? Why is it focused on? I don't understand your question. Large crowd, where large crowd, Carla? Where are you? Where's the crowd? Are you talking about a stock or what are you talking about? Let me know what you're talking so I can answer your question. Penny says a prominent short seller accused used car retailer Carvana of lax underwriting. Yeah, that's it. That's it, Penny. Oh, you must have told Cam. All right. I didn't know you and Cam have these communications. Carla, are you asking about what benefit is it to us if there's a large crowd? Why is it focused on? I'm not focusing on it, Carla. I'm just making comments. But you're asking me what benefit is it? There's no benefit to you. It's just a benefit to us, to the company. There's no benefit to you, Carla. Always focus on how many people are here. Well, because I want more people to hear what I have to say, Carla. That's why. Doesn't it make sense? I mean, what are you asking me? Carla, did you have your coffee this morning? Hey guys, Carla's asking what interest. Basically, Carla's saying, I don't care about you getting more people here, so what does it matter to me? Why should I care about? Well, Carla, can't I just say the same thing? What difference does it have to me? Why am I doing this for you? I mean, isn't it the same argument? I don't understand what you're saying. Carla, you got some issues, Carla. You've got some passive aggressive issues you need to deal with, Carla. All right. Carla, I don't know if you know this or not, but you're very passive aggressive. All right. All right. Yeah, tell me about it. Jeez. Yeah, Happy New Year's to you too, Carla. Right here, breakdown on the bond market. Breakdown on the bond market. Very, very bad for us. Very, very bad for us. Yeah, Anthony, tell that to Carla. I don't think she understands that. Why? Why? What benefit does it is to us? I mean, Carla, are you mentally okay? I think Carla's got some issues. All right. Yeah, please stop being passive aggressive this year, Carla. All right. Breakdown right here. Breakdown. Very, very bad. Very, 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 very bad. Very bad. Very, very, very bad. Um, this puts pressure on yield. Why am I bullying you? All right, Carla, forget it, Carla. How about this? Carla, how about for the next year, you don't ask me any questions and I don't give you any answers, okay? Jesus Christ. You're a party pooper, Carla. All right. Bonds breaking down very, very bad. This is not good, guys. This is very, 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 very bad. This is very, very, very bad. Very bad. Very, very bad. Look at this trend. This puts a lot of pressure. This puts a lot of this puts a lot of pressure on the market. This puts a lot of pressure on the market. Carla, stop making stupid questions and then playing the victim card. You happen to do that quite a bit. Stop being passive aggressive. That's the last time I'm going to tell you that. Please, Carla. All right. Very bad. Very, very bad. What happens to the US dollar? It prompts it up. Remember yesterday morning, the US dollar was coming down? Starting to come back up again. And what does that do for gold? Well, gold is liking this so far, but I'm not seeing a major rally at all. I think we're going to stay right here. Thank you. I appreciate that, Carlos. Uh, right here. See this? I think we're just going to continue coming up here. I'm not seeing any love for gold. And also, as I mentioned before, we have a couple of trend lines. We have this trend line we have to overcome. We have this trend line we have to overcome. Hold on, let me show you again. That's like the most asinine thing I've heard all ever. What's in it for us, Roger? Why should we do it? What's in it for us? How about the fact that more people can come here, Carla? More people can learn this and more people can trade the right way, and the industry that we're in can get a better reputation. And maybe we can put some of these furus out of business and retail traders can start making money. How about that, Carla? Have you ever thought about that reason? I mean, Jesus Christ, Carla. So be careful, guys. Be careful right here. Be careful. Be careful. Because even if gold goes up, you've got this point of resistance, and then you've got this point of resistance right here. TLT is saying the Fed got it wrong. Oh, big time. Big time, Graham. Big time. Big time. Big time. Big time. So yeah, we have to overcome this. So bond market, not good. US dollar, shaky. Crude oil. Crude oil, I believe, might have topped out. And I showed you this a while back. I told you there was a major, major resistance area here. Theoretically, we can still come up here to 76. All right. Carla, don't isn't it kind of obvious? I mean, all right. 76.15. 76.15 right here. 76.20 maybe, but please be careful right now with the market. Um, Gold, as I mentioned. What about volatility? Now we're going to get into the fun part. Let's talk about volatility. I drew this for you yesterday. I told you that the levels we're going to be watching are either going to be 18 or 15. Notice we're sitting right here around 16 and a half. Now, I'll tell you guys something. I'll tell you something interesting. I'll tell you something really interesting. Notice it's not going anywhere. Now, remember yesterday the market was bullish first half of the day, right? First half of the day, the market was bullish, right? Did volatility break down? No, it stayed at this level. And this is why, folks, right now, and please, 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 I'm begging you, please listen to me carefully. This right here, this little price action right here, and the bond market, and the bond market is going to tell you everything you want to know about the stock market in the next couple of days. Now, yeah, exactly. Thank you, Ali. Thank you. So we have to watch these assets really, really, really carefully because if the bond market doesn't can't get it back up, and if volatility via the VIX, if the volatility can't come down below this level, it's bad. Now, I know I have this now. Please, I want you guys to remember. I want you guys to remember this. Okay, you see this it's at 1427. This happens to be where the support level is, but generally speaking, and I don't want to confuse you, but this line is supposed to be just a little higher, right around 15. You see this right now, the 15 level? There's a lot of I just don't want to put two lines here. But and I'm not doing this because it's easier to remember, but there are two levels you need to know, 15 and 1427. But my paramount point is the 15 is the threshold level, if you will. So basically, if I'm trading the VIX and the VIX is below 15, you see how we came right down, we rallied right from the 15, the big spike happened from the 15, and how the downside happened right to the 15. And it's not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence. This Darren, my God. Um, the threshold level is 15. Basically, if you're watching the VIX, dollar sign VIX, not VXX, if you're watching dollar sign VIX, and folks, believe it or not, what I'm saying right now is really, really important. I want to put all focus here right now. If you're watching the VIX, usually if you're looking at it, it's kind of like when I say don't really look at the Dow unless the Dow's up over 150 or 200 points. Basically, it's random. You don't have there's so much randomness in the stock market that anything below 15 is just random. So while I do want you to look at 1427, I'm not changing my mind on that level. The real level you want to watch is the 15 because the 15, it basically, here's why. Hey guys, is the VIX below 15 or is it above 15? If the VIX is above 15, it's in danger zone. It's in danger zone. It's in danger zone, okay? And if it's above 15, if it's below 15, it's in a random zone. So the first level of attention, the first heads up level that we want to look at for the VIX is 15. So it's really, really important if we're going to see upside in the stock market, and I'm very doubtful of that right now. Yes, I said I'm very doubtful of that right now. And I'll explain why in a few minutes. I still have time. That the threshold level you want to see us break is going to be 15. The threshold level you want to break is going to be 15. Okay? So please keep an eye on that level. Yes, there is support at 1427. I'm not changing my mind, but 15 and 16 and a half is the levels you want to watch today. And again, I don't mean to belabor this point, but I don't think you guys realize the importance of the VIX being above 15 or below 15. It's almost as important as the S&P 500 being above the 50-day moving average. TS says, yeah, 15 is that magnet. It's that. Whew, okay, we can go long now. Or, oh my God, is there trouble? Basically, let me give you a good analogy. You have a child. You have a let's say a 4-year-old kid at home. Okay, and and you left the back door open. Now, you don't know if the kid is going to go out of that door. Probably nothing's going to happen. But you have a you're now like this. Your adrenaline is all, you're like, I got it, something's wrong. Something may happen. Nothing happened, but it may happen. Now let's say the VIX is at 20. Well, now the kid is now walking out of that door and he's on that porch and he's about to fall flat on his face. So I just wanted to kind of give you the two different, and again, you don't have to use my example. You can use a pet, whatever you want. But 15 is like, my hands are getting a little sweaty. I'm starting to feel that nervous feeling come over my body. Does that make sense? How did December fare compared with historic slump? Very poorly, Anthony. Very poorly, very poor. Especially, it started off really good and it ended really, really poorly. Yeah, John. Yes. Not VXX, $VIX. And if you're using TC2000, it's VIX /XX, okay, for this asset. But I can't tell you enough the importance of the VIX being near 15, because if it goes below 15, it's kind of like, okay, guys, let's go back into speculative stocks. Let's look consumer discretionary, be on top, and all of that. And again, I'm not trying to spend too much time on this, but you guys know, yeah, high alert. It's like Clyde being on high alert. So again, please, I don't mean to belabor this point, but this is really important right now, right now. If we were below 15 for 5 months, it wouldn't make a big difference. But right now, that level is crucial because look at where the SPY is right now. And I'm going to make a prediction. And that prediction is if the VIX drops below 15, this bar will start playing around with this level right here. And if we start playing around with this level right here, we are now above this resistance level. Do you see why it's so important? There's a meaning behind it. It's not just, well, this can give institutions that green light to start accumulating again. You understand? So very, very, very important. And RSP, so so the bond market and VIX are going to, and that would also mean that the RSP would finally start trading back above the 100-day moving average. Okay? So please, folks, I'm not trying to this is not a lesson on the VIX, but it's really important right now. And if I'm telling you it's really, remember, I'm not trying to sell you anything, okay? I'm just telling you it's really, really important. Really, really important. Rice said 10 years ago the magic number was 13, now it's 15. Does the change mean anything? Yeah, markets are bigger. There's more volatility. There's more stuff going on. The VIX does change. Rice, what changed that in the VIX is 0 DTE options, which now account for 56% of all options. Did you know that, Rice? Rith, I mispronounced your name, Rith. 56% of all options are 0 DTE sessions. Carla, I want 10,000 people to hear this every morning so that people stop making stupid mistakes. I want other people here see the benefit of this. That's the reason why. I'm hoping you're realizing that now. All right. Sectors. Do we have sorry guys. DTE, days till expiration. Sorry. Days till expiration. 0 and 1 day till expiration options, the kind that we're starting to do in the pit as bonus trades, now account for over 50% of all options. Sorry, Richard, I should have said it. Thank you for clarifying, because I'm sure others don't know that either. DTE means days till expiration. Those frisky weekly options are dates till expiration. Exactly. You guys got it. All right. So do we have momentum? Well, we have 125 stocks breaking down. And we only have 62 stocks breaking up. And I'm going to be honest with you. I looked at these stocks this morning, and they don't look amazing. Some of them look good, like Google. I'll talk about the ones that I like. Some still look good. But but and I'll go over them. But I'm going to tell you, the stocks to the downside have a much better structure right now than the stocks to the upside, and you have twice as many stocks breaking down as you have stocks breaking up. And again, the bond market is making a new low right now, which is really bad. Huge what Eagle just said, huge part. Huge part. Huge part. Okay. Huge part. Look at that. 561 people here. And let's see how many thumbs up we have. And I actually haven't been really talking much about it. I'm Carla. I mean, my two assistants have Dr. Serena and Richard and no, not Richard. Who is it? Somebody else does, but I really appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. I do appreciate it. More thumbs up. We have 215 thumbs up. Robert. Thank you, Robert. Robert, not Richard. Robert. Thank you. All right. So without all this momentum, let's see what's leading, right? We got to see what's leading and what's lagging, right? Bob. Thank you. I always call you Bob. Yeah. Bitcoin is still leading. Semiconductors are leading. This is great, but here's the big problem. Look at the rest of technology. Where's QQQ? Right here. Technology's up here. Consumer discretionary's down here. To me, it looks like technology is trying to get back to the first spot. It looks to me like interest rate sensitive stocks like Russell 2000 are trying to get ahead. And it looks to me like the broad market, like the Dow Jones, is still struggling. But with that said, consumer discretionary stocks, which 50% of our hard tech stocks, are not doing well. So if you are going to go into technology, my suggestion is stick to the communication sector, Meta, Google, the semiconductors, NVIDIA, AVGO, or the crypto sectors. Just my 5 cents. Be careful with the Amazon and Shopify. Be careful with that right now because that's consumer discretionary. Okay. And you have retail right here next to it. So interest rate sensitive stocks that are retail are not doing that great. But hard tech that doesn't have a lot of exposure to the retail sector is doing a lot better right now. Okay. So you have a split between technology right now, and that's very, 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 very important. Overall, we have a very fragmented sector. We're all over the place. You got consumer staples in the last spot. Remember that stock I sold yesterday, the income trade we did in weekly cash flow? It was a consumer staple stock, the credit spread on the call side that we sold. Consumer staples, weakest sector, okay? Weakest sector. And we have some stocks in the sector that we want to look at today. Luxury goods are not going to do well, Anthony. One of the reasons why is because of interest rates, and this is the first year since 2007 that Louis Vuitton and all of those luxury makers are expected to be down 2% for the year. Now, you're probably asking yourself, 2%, Roger, that's nothing. Well, you're right. It is nothing. The problem is we haven't had a down year in almost 50 since 2007 or 2008. It seems like the luxury goods market and the real estate market, and again, I don't know why, but they have a very strong correlation right now between each other. Real estate we are in the slowest period since 2007 with real estate, and we're in the slowest period since 2007 with luxury goods. Now, typically, when the long bond goes down, bonds go down, yield makes a new high like this. Luxury goods, second homes, boats, jet skis, things that people don't need start going down in price, in value. Okay. Yes, Stacy, exactly what Stacy just said, priorities. So to answer your question, Anthony, not so good. For the first time since 2007, Anthony, since 2007, which is kind of shocking, really, because every time I go to Aventura Mall in Miami, I see a line in Louis Vuitton. literally like a line before they open. So, anyways, that's my 5 cents. Let me give you some more links. Remember, VIP room where I'll be giving you a second lesson today, which will be just as important or more important than the first lesson, which was done yesterday. And you could see a replay on the live tab. I'll be talking today at 1 o'clock about brand new stuff that I have not talked about in a long time. This is not going to be the Pro Trader dashboard or the A line, nothing like that. That's going to be happening at 1 p.m. today. And Customer Service Live, the Cam and Gustavo show right here. Yeah, Anthony, good to meet you too. Yeah, I want more people like Anthony here answering good questions, like what he was, luxury goods and things like. These are good questions. I'm glad we're talking about it. All right, so let's do charts. Let's do the breakdown on our charts, folks. We got almost 600 people here. I love it. I love it. How to classify Lulu? No, Marge. That's a great question. No, Lulu is not luxury. No, Fendi, Louis Vuitton, Lulu. Okay, that's a good question. That's a fair question. Lulu is definitely now. Look, okay, all right. Between you and me, some of those shirts that Lulu has that they sell for $90, they should be classified as luxury, but they're not luxury. Lulu is not luxury. If you have the majority of the public wearing it, it's not luxury. Luxury are things like Tiffany's, Louis Vuitton, Nordstrom's, extra. Basically, where a purse costs over $1,000 and the shirt costs two to $300. Does that make sense? Does that make sense, Marge? Ferragamo shoes, Gucci. That I think you guys all understand. Nordstrom, think Nordstrom, and Four Seasons, Nordstrom, like premium, like BMW, Mercedes, that kind of stuff. Luxury. I'm not familiar with Capri, but you know, uh, just wanted you guys to understand luxury. Not Lulu is not luxury, although they're priced like luxury sometimes. Yeah. Aspirational goods. That's luxury. Yeah, Hermes. Yes. Gucci, Hermes, Louis Vuitton, yeah, all that stuff. All the stuff that my wife loves. Yes. Neiman Marcus. Yes. You guys got it. Yes. I think everybody understands. Okay, stocks. Let's start with SPY, and then we'll get into the stocks that I like for the day. We have a major resistance area. And again, the bond market doesn't look pretty. Be very cautious here. I'll extend this trend line. Look for the VIX to trade below 15 for more upside. If we don't get from the VIX upside, we're not going to do well. Also, right now, the Dow is up, but the main market is kind of a little mixed right now. RSP, we're pinched between the 200 and the 100. I'm not really seeing a lot of downside, folks. I'm mostly seeing right now consolidation, choppiness, and potential upside. I would say, if you were to ask me, I would say that the odds of seeing a strong downside today is maybe 20%. The odds of seeing consolidation is maybe 50%, and the odds of seeing major upside is maybe 30%. So 30 upside, 20 downside, not really going anywhere, kind of like yesterday, another 40%. The only thing we have going for us today is today's Tuesday, and markets tend to make the biggest moves between Tuesday and Thursday. The one thing we didn't have going for us yesterday was a Monday. Monday happens to be a rotational day. Every casino seemed to have an area of very high-end stores. Most just had salespeople in them. Thank you, Duzzy. Not what I saw in Miami a few weeks ago. Not what I saw in Miami, Duzzy. At all. Like, not even close. But see, also after New Year's, things get a little different, especially in Las Vegas. Just to be fair, Duzzy, to be fair, because I used to go with my wife to Vegas first week of New Year's, and it was dead, like dead. That was our favorite time to go to Vegas when we lived in LA. All right, mags. Mags, you see we're inside yesterday's range. The first thing we need to do is break either above yesterday's high or below yesterday's low. Now you will notice here that right below yesterday's low, we have the quadruple witching VWAP, which was the support yesterday, right there. That may be the support for today. Till we break above the 56, 57 level on mags, nothing good is going to happen. I don't. I'm just not familiar, RJ. I'm not into like that. I'm just not into that stuff. So I'm not a. I think everybody understands. Basically, if it's hyper expensive, it's not stuff you buy for your kids when they're in high school. You buy for yourself. You buy for your anniversary gifts. I mean, everybody's different. Everybody has a different idea, but I think everybody understands what I mean by ultra luxury goods. Oh, good for you, Heather. I hope you have a great time. All right. Now, what about QQQ? QQQ is up above. I like this. I like this, but I'm telling you right now, I'm not loving this. I want to see price break above 527.79. I want to see it break above yesterday's high. If we can't break above yesterday's high, and if VIX starts coming up right now, this is going to revert right back down, and this is going to be a false breakout, which is exactly what I warned you about yesterday. I said, I'm very cautious about this. I'm very cautious about this. Very cautious about this. And I'm very cautious about this. And this can go either way right now. So don't be a hero. Don't be a hero. How about QQQE? Look at that. We touched this is the election VWAP, by the way, right here, and the 50-day moving average. And look at what happened. Look how hard we broke off of it. So the equal weighted the equal weighted QQQ is not helping us. And by the way, yesterday on the SPY, I wanted you to see what happened. We broke the 50-day moving average. We broke the 50-day moving average, but here, but we touched this yesterday. So I'm not really all that bullish here. I want to see this breakout with QQE. Basically, I want all of these stocks, the equal weighted and everything else, to break out. If they don't break out, it's not going to be good. Penny says, I'm not a gambler. I have been in Las Vegas for the shows. Yeah, me too. Same thing. We would go for the shows. But I have never put a single coin in a machine. The way I trade is not gambling. It is predictive probabilities. Absolutely. Now, my wife loves to gamble. She'll take $20. She'll make a big deal out of it, like, "Ooh, I'm going gamble." Like she's gonna gamble $50,000. She goes to the slot. She plays for 40 minutes, and that's her idea of gambling, win or lose. That's her gambling. That's her idea of gambling. I haven't gambled in 30 years, and I never really liked to. But yeah, we would go there for the shows. Be careful, guys, because the weighted equal weighted SPY hit the 50 and broke down. The bottom line is I want to see more evidence of upside. I want to see evidence that the SPY is breaking above this area. I want to see evidence that the MAGS is breaking above previous high. And then we have resistance here. So I'm not really loving the market. Now, what about SMH, which was really a driver yesterday? But for SMH, we wouldn't have really done well yesterday. SMH is doing great. SMH is right on top of my resistance level here. Look at this. This is a 3-month high. Now, look at what happened the last times we were here. We huffed, we puffed, and we came down. We huffed and puffed, and we came down. We huffed and puffed. I don't know if we're going to come down or not. RJ says, I go for the half-day spot. There you go, Karen. That's great. I would be watching the wife's purse and credit cards carefully if she decides to gamble. There you go. There you go. That's it. Yeah, that's it. We're all on the same page. So you see what happened the last couple of times we came to this area? It wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty. So look at how long we've been in this area. Now, folks, if we break out of this area, and I mean break out, not break out, we can really see a move in chip stocks. And if we see a move in chip stocks, That can drive us higher. That can drive the entire market complex higher. Keep your eye on chip stocks today. Do I believe they're ready to break out yet? I don't think there's a major catalyst. I think we need to wait till earnings. All right. I think we have to wait till earnings. All right. Now let me give you my favorite stocks to the short side and to the upside. I'll start with the short side first. Yeah. See, Carla, I want as many people watching this show as possible. I don't think it'll benefit you, but I think it'll benefit other people who are losing money and don't know why. So, China's not doing well. Do you know how many shoes are sold in China? Nikes are sold in China, guys. So let me show you something. Consumer discretionary is down here. Look at China and look at Nike. That's all I'm going to say. I think others would like to have this information, Carla. So I don't think it's good to be selfish. I think it's good for others to be able to share this for everybody. Medtronics, wait for it to break below 79.60. What a beautiful chart. AFL, nice breakdown. Wait for it to break the low here. Aflac, Amgen, nice compression. We got to wait for it to break below 256.90. I know Richard is writing these down right now. Are you? Richard, are you writing these down? Yeah, that's what Nvidia is doing right now, Marge, in Vegas. Wrong stock. What is this? Forget about that. RKT, rocket. This rocket needs some fuel. Look at that. Beautiful trade. Look at this. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And remember, it's okay to short stocks under $20. Just don't go long stocks under $20. Look at Campbell Soup. I would probably wait for a little pullback here. Good, 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 good. Remember yesterday, Naples fan? Lulu with a star next to it. Look at that. Yesterday with a star next to it. Right there. Yeah, that was my VIP room trade yesterday that I gave you guys. All right, upside. Upside. Let's talk upside now. Bank earnings are starting to come out pretty soon. Aflac. I love that commercial. Bank stocks. Folks, bank stocks, bank earnings next week. Breakout, 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 volume, volume supporting the move. Google. I remember giving you guys this stock yesterday. It was up over $5. Need to break out the high, but I really like this right here. Roblox. Hey, Angie. Good morning to you. Nice. Typical, Patrick, typical Vegas weather right now. Look at this. What a beautiful breakout. Look at that. Carla, don't you want other people to have this experience like you're having right now? EQT. I mean, seriously, like I want other people to trade this way. EQT and AR, they're in the same boat. They're in the natural gas stocks. I'm still kind of bullish on them, and one of them just broke out right here on good volume. I mean, I get a lot of emails from people saying like, look, we've never seen anybody trade the way you do. And I've been doing this for 30 years. I want to teach people how to trade well. I'm not charging for this. Nice breakout here. I'm doing this completely for free. I mean, Clyde's getting a couple of shekels out of it, but that's it. A little overdone. I would wait for a pullback, but I like Okla. but I would wait for a pullback. Look at that. The longer it consolidates, the better the potential for a breakout. Reddit. I have a little star next to Reddit this morning. I do. I do. Look at that breakout. Nice breakout right there. SLM. Yeah, trading the right way. SLM. And last but not least, Lulu is still on my list. I bet you if we put an anchor here, it would go right up to here. A little overdone right now. Probably a good time to start thinking about taking profits. But if it comes back to the VWAP, I mean to the 8-day, probably still good. All right. Yeah, I'm about to go to the office right now. I'm literally leaving to go to the office right now. All right, folks, I'll be live at 1 o'clock with an all-new class. I'll be in my VIP room today at noon. And again, it doesn't cost you anything to come there. And if you guys want the Gustavo and the Cam experience, here's the link for that. I would love if all 500 people send you email that they made money today. I would like that too. Here's my email address, roger@rogerscott.com. I know I'll be getting an email from you, Rich. Bye, guys. Have a great day. I love you all. And Carla, please, let's not be passive aggressive here anymore. Let's cut that out, okay? We don't need that here. All right. Bye, everybody.